School taught you how to read, how to write, how to memorize. But there's one skill that quietly decides your entire financial life, and almost nobody is taught it. Not in school, not at home, not at work. Most people think they understand money, but they don't, because they confuse income, net worth, and the one thing that actually matters: cash flow. This confusion is the financial blind spot, and it keeps smart people broke for life.
Let's start with a simple question. Who do you think is richer? Person A makes $120,000 a year, lives in a nice apartment, drives a new car. Person B makes $45,000 a year, lives modestly, no fancy lifestyle. Most people answer person A, but that answer is usually wrong because income does not equal wealth. Income is just money that passes through your hands, like water through a pipe. If it flows in and immediately flows out, you are not rich, you are busy.
School trains you to chase income. Good grades, good job, good salary. But notice something strange. Nobody ever asked how much money stays with you. How long could you survive without working? Does your money work when you sleep? Because schools were designed for employees, not owners, not investors, not builders. Employees need predictable income. Systems love predictable people, so income became the scoreboard. But income is the noisiest number, not the most important one. Net worth sounds smarter. Assets minus liabilities. House value, car value, savings, investments, minus debt. On paper, this looks impressive, but here's the problem. Net worth is often locked money. You can be worth $500,000 and still panic over a $1,000 emergency. Why? Because net worth doesn't pay bills. Your house doesn't buy groceries. Your car doesn't pay rent. Net worth is a snapshot, not a system. It tells you what you have, not what your life does every month.
Cash flow is boring, and that's why it's powerful. Cash flow is what happens after the paycheck arrives. Money in, money out. What's left? What repeats? Rich people obsess over cash flow. Poor people obsess over income. Because cash flow answers the only real question: if I stop working, what still pays me? One rental, one small business, one dividend stream. Even small cash flow beats high income with high expenses. That's the blind spot. This is where most people lose. They earn more, so they spend more. Bigger house, better car, nicer life. Their income grows, their cash flow stays zero, sometimes negative. They look successful, but they're fragile. One missed paycheck, one illness, one layoff, and everything collapses. That's not freedom. That's a decorated cage. The quiet rich person doesn't impress you. No flex, no urgency, no stress. Because their life runs on systems. Money flows without constant effort. Not huge money, just reliable money. Enough to breathe, enough to choose, enough to wait. That's real wealth. Not the number on your paycheck, but the number of days you could live without one. The missing skill is simple. Learning how to control cash flow, build repeatable income, keep expenses from scaling with ego. This skill isn't exciting. It doesn't sell dreams, but it quietly changes lives. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. Nobody failed you on purpose, but nobody corrected the mistake either. You were taught how to earn, not how to keep, not how to repeat, not how to escape. Now you know the blind spot. What you do with it is the real lesson.